Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the cast of the week. I am your caster, Thrasnos. I will be casting a game between two fine StarCraft players, FiNaOSpiffy and ArDidi. FiNaOSpiffy is a personal friend of mine. He's a member of the Black Sun clan, and he's actually the one who sent me this game. And he referred to it as quite epic. I am not entirely sure if he's the one who won this game. I know I typically don't cast games that I call epic unless I win them. Those are the ones that I feel are most epic, but I have had quite a few that were epic even though I lost them. So, we will just have to see. And we're have our Zerg player scouting the northern position here on Shadow Temple, and Spiffy's going to be going straight across to the cross position. He's going to be checking for a spawning pool, and he's going to find that he actually missed his chance to block the hatchery. And the Zerg player is not going pool first. I don't know if this is standard in PvT because I do not play Terran nor Zerg. But as a Protoss player, I can tell you I would love to have blocked the hatchery as long as I can. But that's okay. No big deal. And Spiffy's going to be over here. He's getting his gas quite early, and he's also getting a command center and a barracks, followed by two supply depots here. And he's going straight for a factory. I'm actually going to slow this down now because we are beyond the intro. And our Zerg player here is going to be getting his first 4 couplings. These are a bit late since he got his spawning pool after his hatchery, but it's no problem because Spiffy does not have that many units to worry about. So he's going to be able to get out and get some scouting done. And his scouting drone, we can see, is finally returning. And Spiffy's got his orbital command going, and he's dropped his first mule. Very typical, very typical. I suppose there's nothing super exciting beyond here at this point. However, since ArDidi did get his hatchery and then his spawning pool, he has this nice ability to get 2 queens at the same time. And he's not yet scouted anything of Spiffy's beyond his original scouting drone. And it seems he does not seem super interested in scouting much. Oh, looks like that. He's getting ready to go in and attack. I don't know if that's the wisest idea. He's going to see that Spiffy now has a reactor on his factory. And we'll see how he responds to this. He's going to respond to it by dropping a couple spine crawlers. And I'm sure he might be a little bit scared by seeing Spiffy scanning here. Preparing to do some Hellion action, no doubt. And he's going to be dropping down a command center to back it up. Followed by another factory as well. So now we have 1 barracks with no add-on, and a factory with reactor, and another factory. We'll see what he transitions with that into. Finally getting speed over here for our Zerg player. We've got both queens up, so we have a lot of larvae, and I'm sure he's just going to be droning. Although, at this point, he may be a little bit scared by these 2 Hellions here in the center of the map. Going to be doing some harass on him. Maybe they're just going to get some map control before they can stock up on just a few more Hellions. He has this Overlord here that he is scouting with, but he's not yet decided to suicide it, but he can see Spiffy's expansion. So I don't think he's actually too worried about it, since he knows that there's an expansion there. And here we go. We've got some 2 Hellions in here. And they're going to try to run up the ramp, and oh, not blocked by the queen. What a useless queen. All that work to stand there to try to block him. We'll see how many drone kills he gets here. 1 drone kill. 2 Hellions here, keep in mind. These don't have blue flame since this has been recently nerfed. It's okay to just go mass Hellions. Oh, and got a big hit there. Getting another big hit. 7 kills between the 2 Hellions. He's going to get 1 more. 2 more. Oh no, there's just a little bit of health left. Oh, and he didn't get the kill, but he got 8 kills total, so quite excellent there. And that's about all he's gonna get with those 2 Hellions, and not a bad trade, I'd have to say. And now he's just stocking up on a few more Hellions here, and dropping a tech lab here. No doubt, I'm guessing he's either going to get a blue flame, or he's going to start getting siege tanks. And look at that, siege mode's going down, so he's going to be getting siege tanks next. And his command center here is almost done. Our Zerg player is just droning up. Look, as we see, he's got 6 drones. Looking at the worker count, we actually have 34 drones now to 27 SCVs, although he's got 2 mules, so I'm guessing their income is quite comparable. Oh, no, actually, the Zerg is quite a ways ahead. Oh, now they're even. Dropped another mule there. Behold the power of mules. Oh, and we got an attack coming in with 4 Hellions here. And these queens, not making the same mistake they did before. They're going to double it up here. And shoo these Hellions home. Off they go. And the queens have 1 kill to their name. Actually, this one has 2. One of the Hellions from before as well. And Spiffy's getting ready to expand now. That's excellent. And the Zerg player is now quite a ways ahead in workers. That's fine. Spiffy's got a decent force here. They're actually about equal on supply. And landing his command center, getting ready to start saturating it. And in preparation for this, we're going to see he's going to be dropping 2 barracks and an engineering bay, so we can start getting his upgrades. In the meantime, he's actually already got his armory. He's going to be starting vehicle weapons level 1. He's got a tech lab coming. That's on his barracks over here. And our Zerg player has got a Baneling nest and now a Spire as well, and a 3rd macro hatchery. Going to be needing lots of larvae if he's going for this Ling Baneling style. That's oh so typical in Terran versus Terran. But we have 8 Hellions coming in here, and they're going to be doing, oh no, 7 Hellions. And Spiffy, can he see? Well, he can't see that the Zerg can see him, but the Zerg can see him with this Overlord. I don't know why he's waiting. The Zerg is now building 18 Zerglings to help deal with this. And he needs to make some action happen if he's going to have anything, if he's going to get any kills. The Zerglings are going to start stacking up over here. And he's probably just hanging out trying to get some creep tumor kills if he can. Stop that creep spread. He could always just run away from the Lings. Actually, I think, what's the speed? I don't know this about Hellions versus Zerglings. Zerglings are a little bit faster, so he could run away from the Zerglings with a few losses, but if he's going to attack, he needs to make it happen. Maybe he's not planning on attacking. Maybe he's just blocking his opponent in here. He's researching Blue Flame, and he's getting vehicle weapon upgrade, and he's making lots of Hellions, and he's getting upgrades, and he's building another factory, and getting ready for a 3rd. Lots of stuff. I pretty much just read you the entire unit production tab. Sacking a Overseer here. What did he actually see? Oh, well, it wouldn't help if I... There we go.
Research
oh, no, there we go.
complete.
So we saw... I don't know if you noticed what this building was. We know what it is. It's another factory. Looks like he didn't get actually that much scouting done there, which is unfortunate. And here the Hellions doing a bunch of damage, but doesn't looks like they're getting a bunch of Zergling kills. Actually, I'm going to go back just a little bit because this is actually an important point. Back just a little bit more here. Alright, sorry, I was distracted by all the production and scouting that was going. Hellions getting ready to move in here. And blocked off by the Lings. Getting a bunch of kills, but I think our Zerg player here did the appropriate thing, blocking off with the Lings, and then moving the Queens in to go block it off so the Lings didn't die any more than they had to, but I think we lost quite a few there. But Mutalisks are out now, and we've got 3 more Mutalisks on the way, putting us at 10 Mutalisks total. And these Mutalisks are just going to hang out here, apparently, in the center. And we got a Thor on the way already in preparation for this. Looks like Spiffy's doing the very popular heavy mech style. He's already dropping down 3 missile turrets. He knows the he knows Mutalisks are on the way, and we've got a Mutalisk upgrade coming. And just lots of upgrades coming from the Terran player here. Got vehicle plating, weapons 1 already researched. We got weapons 1 for infantry. And, oh, we got some Mutalisks doing some attack here. Oh, and they're going to get the reactor? They did get the reactor. That's quite a pain for a Terran player because he has to go build another one, and that actually takes the amount of time it takes to build a factory. So, he really might as well be building another factory at this point, but he also can't build anything out of that factory while that's happening. And we just got lots of upgrades actually coming here. Our Zerg player's taking out these rocks, looking to expand to this 3rd base over here, and stocking up on drones to prepare for it. And then he's just expanding his creep, maintaining map control with these Mutalisks here, and upgrading, getting ready to do some harass, I'm quite sure here. And Terran player is looking quite formidable, actually, quite a ways ahead in the supply, dropping down missile turrets all over the place. And stocking up on Thors, getting his upgrades still. And look at the unit counting station, we actually have 2 Thors. Some harassment's trying to go on here. Didn't do much damage, though. We got 2 Thors and 3 siege tanks and 16 Marines and 11 Hellions. These Bluefin Hellions don't do as much damage versus the rocks, but that's okay. Because he's got Thors backing him up, which do excellent damage versus the rocks. And these Hellions are going to be going out for a scout here. And they're going to see no Mutalisks on the map. Mutalisks looks like they're going to try to get some free Hellion kills if they can. Not going to happen. This command center's already done and made into an orbital, dropping mules. Does this one drop a mule? No, this one dropped a mule. No big deal. I'll go back to the production tab over here. Alright, so we've got lots of upgrades. We've got melee attack 2 and melee and ground units armor 1. And now we've got a decent-sized muta force. 16 mutas out now. And this creep spread, the creep spread covering about this entrance to the map here. Honestly, he won't see a big push coming unless he moves out just a little bit more. But he's not going to see it, but there's a big push coming. We've got 3 Thors and a bunch of Marines, a couple tanks, and a bunch of Hellions. What's he going to do to prepare for this? He's taking out this this gold over here. And he's going to make a bunch of Banelings. Where are these Banelings being made at? Here they are. Now going to be trying to clear out some of these creep tumors, which this creep actually does serve the excellent purpose of slowing down this Terran army. You can see exactly what the army composition is, and you can slow them down by forcing to kill those creep tumors and waiting for the creep to recede. And Spiffy doesn't actually see these Marines and these Zerglings and Banelings back here. He's sieging up quite happily in this spot. I don't think he's quite aware of the massive Lings and Mutalisks coming in here. And here come the Lings and Banelings from behind. Here come the Mutalisks and the Zerglings in from the front. He's going to get squashed. How many Mutalisks are we going to survive with here? Oh, and completely destroying everything. Although, not really that many Lings surviving. And not as many Mutas as I would have liked to see. They actually took a lot of damage from those Thors. But Spiffy got his third up. And Zerg player already had their third up this whole time. I seem to have had more drones over there than before. Anyway, he's going to try to be doing some counter-aggression here, picking off all of these add-on things, whatever they're called. Couldn't remember the name for a second. And he's got now 2 armories, getting ready for double upgrades on the vehicles. Seems he's quite happy with his Hellion tank Thor mix, which is quite alright. It's doing very, very popular strategy right now against Zerg, and it does quite excellent. And these 3 starports are going to be dropping down 1 reactor and 2 tech labs. I will be interested to see what he plans on doing with those. And we got Combat Shield finally coming for the bio. And our Zerg player making lots and lots of Lings. Taking up to Hive as well. And getting Overlord drops. I saw he got the Roach speed buff as well. Although I haven't seen any Roaches on this map so far. These mutas are going to be trying to do some harass here from the back end. And we've just got double Medivacs and Ravens. Ravens coming out, I'm guessing for the detection, but probably Seeker Missiles shortly after. And we got some Mutalisks coming in from the northern side here. They're going to be trying to pick out these tech labs. Unfortunately, there are no upgrades that he's going to be interrupting for the time being. And he's going to be taking 3, 4, 5 hits from this missile turret here. And the Marines are going to be shooing these away along with the Thors. 11 more Mutalisks on the way, too. We're going to stick heavily with all these mutas, dumping a lot of his gas. And these gas geysers are now finally saturated. He's got a couple spine crawlers here to help defend against drops. And, wow, Spiffy is preparing himself with missile turrets for those mutas. Nothing left to defend here, though, so these ones are only going to be defending these 2 supply depots here. And Spiffy getting ready to grab his gold at the same time as the Zerg player. I don't think this is very good for the Zerg. The Zerg wants to be a little bit ahead generally, but the old ways. The old ways are not what they used to be, so the game changes. Maybe the Zerg doesn't need to be as much. I'm not going to gauge how good that actually is. We got a lot of mutas coming in here, and the army. Oh no, Thor's going to get a good shot. 2 shots. Killing one of the Mutalisks. Doing damage to a lot of them. He's going to be scouting this gold expansion here. He's going to be taking out as many of these as he possibly can. The advantage to having 4 or 5 missile turrets here is the mutas can't wail away on the SCVs. Look at that. I think he killed maybe 5 Mutalisks and got his SCVs away. And all he has to do is bring in a couple Marines here with a couple Medivacs and shoo them right off. Wow. Busy game. Now we have 4 bases for both players, both of which have a gold now. And it seems Spiffy's only going to be mining the gas off of this one. And he's not doing much. Almost maxed on supply here with his army size. Got a couple tanks over here and scanning. What does he see? Sees a couple creep tumors. And there we go. Now he found the army. And I don't know if he counted how many mutas there were, but I count about 18. I just look at the unit counting station, I guess. 27 mutas in total. And oh my gosh, 22 Banelings on the way. Melee attacks level 3 coming up, and a Greater Spire. What is this army comp? Where's the whole army? The army is not together. It's very hard to see what he's doing. He's got units everywhere to defend against these mutas, which is the proper response in my opinion. And here we go. We've got 27 mutas in the on the incoming. We've got 27 mutas incoming. And they're going to be taking out these supply depots here, taking out both reactors. No, reactor and a tech lab here. Spiffy's preparing to deal with this. What is Spiffy going to be doing? Spiffy's just going to be attacking. He doesn't have anything to defend against. He's losing all 3 of the starports. Going to get ready to do a huge push here. And taking out all of these creep tumors on his way to prevent the Zergling and Baneling surround. Here come the mutas. They're returning. And what is Spiffy's army here? It's actually not very big. He's only got 2 Thors and about 28 Marines. He's going to be losing some Hellions to the back here. Oh, and look at all these. Oh, tons of mutas dead. The muta count down to 7, 6, 5. And here come the Lings and Banelings doing massive amounts of damage, but the Marines are kiting them away. And they're stimming, and they're going to do lots of damage. Oh, and the Banelings reaching them finally. But how, look at that, only 2 mutas survived. Wow. Those 2 initial Thor shots did so much damage. Oh my gosh. And then, just doing a little bit of cleanup with an auto turret. Always approved, and we still have Seeker Missile being researched, but we now have Terran vehicle weapons and plating upgraded level 3, as well as the infantry armor. And more mutas on the way. More mutas and a ton of Lings just appeared. 79 Zerglings. Worker count, we actually have the Terran player quite a bit ahead, saturating his gold here. But the Zerg player now is sitting on 5 bases, 6 hatcheries, because he has a macro hatch here in his main. Very useful in this Ling muta style. And our Terran, tons of unspent resources, planning on spending these with all of these factories over here. Mutas are going to be trying to do a little bit more damage, but it's not going to matter because, honestly, not that much remains in the main here. Oh, what? Oh, he should have stuck with it. He could have finished. He could have taken out and stopped that upgrade. Ah, disappointing. He could have done a lot more damage than he will ever know. And, oh, we have a drop going on over here with these Hellions. Did I miss that? I am so sorry. Let's go see what's going on here. Oh, no, it's not a drop. The Hellions are just running in, trying to get some kills. We have 13 worker kills, so we just got 2. Whoa! Started with 13, now we're at 18, so we got 5 kills. Meh. Probably not worth it with this many larvae on the board. Now actually at a mineral... No, not at a mineral loss. He actually only lost 200 minerals there, and he killed 5 drones, so that's 250, so it was a little bit advantageous to him. Most importantly, now he knows about this 5th. Alright, wow. I'm going to close this. And we've got Broodlords on the way now. Zerg is just going to content to sit here in the center with not very many Banelings. Getting scanned. Maybe that's why he's waiting on the Banelings. He's waiting for the scans, then he can turn the Banelings afterwards. Oh, and that's exactly... Oh, bad timing! I don't know. I don't know if Spiffy saw that or not. He's blocking the 5th here. And here come the Broodlords. They're sitting at 1-0 upgrades, and our ground units are 3 of 2. These Hellions are actually going to do a lot of damage to these Lings here, and Banelings. They just can't seem to catch them, especially with these siege tanks backing them up. But here come the Broodlords. They're going to start picking away at everything here. This siege tank's in an exposed position. These Hellions, they're going to get hit by Broodlings. The Broodlings are going to die and maybe even do some damage from the siege tanks. And these Broodlords, one's going to go down. Oh, he did not actually die, forcing all of these Zerglings and Banelings in with all of these mutas. Everything dying. No Thors left, although Thors killed a lot of these mutas. I would not say this Zerg player has the best muta control, how he keeps losing 30 mutas to 2 Thors, but not important because he is still way ahead. We have nothing in production for our Terran player. We have 11 Marines, 4 Vikings. We have these 5 Broodlords just picking away, killing everything. 82 Zerglings on the way here, and they're just going to be probably auto-rallied. Oh, yeah, here they come. What does our Terran player have to defend with this? 5 tanks on the way. And there's just massive amounts of Zerglings. These Vikings are going to finally be killing off these Broodlords. But is it going to be too late? I don't know. Oh, wow. Look at this. We have these Hellions blocking off the ramp. Not really, though. They're just going to get surrounded and picked off. So many Zerglings running into the main, killing everything. Oh, my gosh. And our Terran player seems to be in a terrible position of seemingly forgetting that he has these Marines up here. Now they're finally getting in to do some damage to these Lings. And the Zerg player is just going to be leisurely taking up to Ultralisks now. He sure has the gas to do it. Our Terran player, a few Marines on the way to bring to reinforce here, and a couple tanks and a Thor. Lots of different stuff on the way, and losing. I believe it was a barracks right here. And somehow managing to get all of these out. I don't really know how he managed to do that. It was that small group of Marines off of the north side that managed to do it. Losing his gold base, though. Although I don't think it was... He had a decent amount of gold remaining here. Now he's going to try to expand to this third and realize he's being blocked. That is not exciting to find out at all. Not only that, he also has a ton of Lings and Banelings hanging out in the center. Not only that, we have Zerg Ground Carapace 3 and Chitinous Plating on the way, preparing to take up to Ultras, and another hatchery and a 6th base. It seems the Zerg has now taken over his entire half of the map. Spiffy is now prepared for Broodlords. He's got 7 Vikings over here. Couple Medivacs, couple Thors. Just getting a little bit of everything. Not super heavy, actually, on the Marines here. Wow, this is just an intense game now, isn't it? Terran players now mined out at the main, mined out at the natural. No gold, only an income here. And how many? 35 SCVs remaining. He's very low on SCVs here, but that's not a problem because once he has enough orbital commands, he can only use mules. He's good to go, and he's good at rebuilding much of his supply over here on the south part of the map. He's going to be moving out for an attack at the same time. He's going to try to grab the Zelnaga Tower and siege up, it would seem. And I don't know if he saw. He sees the Ultralisk. He knows Ultralisks are on the field. He's got to siege up. Or maybe he'll say, actually, I don't know what the counter to Ultralisks is. Oh my gosh, and losing all of his tanks. The Marines are getting a good concave, though, on the Ultralisks. The Ultralisks need to run away. That was very good of them to run away. And here comes one Infestor, doing nothing, dying. Good old Infestor. See, Infestors aren't overpowered. They die easy to large groups of Marines, right? And what do we got coming from the Zerg player here? 76 Zerglings. Those are going to be excellent support for his tons of Ultralisks over here. And he's going to be healing them back up to full, getting tons of Banelings. Spiffy's got to make something happen. He's got to move in here with these... moving in with the Vikings in ground mode and large groups of Marines, which are not nearly as upgraded. Actually, they're quite upgraded now. Going to be trying to take out both of these bases if he can. And the Zerg player needs to muster up his forces here. He's got to do some damage, otherwise he's going to lose this expansion. He's losing the expansion. The expansion has fallen. And he's going to be losing this expansion too unless he gets up there. Let's watch the battle. And these... Oh! Banelings are doing so much damage. Oh my gosh. The Ultralisk is taking no damage. The Marines need to make this die. They need to make it happen as fast as they can. Here come the Ultralisks. Here come the Banelings. Here come the Zerglings. Is it going to make it happen? Did it. Wow. Hero Marines. They're like martyrs. Wow, those were excellent. Jeez. Now the Zerg is sitting on only sitting on one mining gold base, which is actually almost empty, and his natural, which is almost empty. He has no income now. Neither does the Terran. Oh, the Terran's finally getting his income back up with all of the power of his mules. No, he's only got 2 mules. That's not really that many. Should move one of these command centers over here and fly and land it at the gold and start dropping a bunch of mules. Jeez, and neither player really has anything going on, and they're both sitting at about equal. Sieging up, maintaining this nice little protective spot over his gold base, but the Zerg player could sneak in right around here. We're going to see if it's going to happen. Lots of Ultralisks, lots of Banelings, both fully upgraded. Oh my gosh, look at the armor on these Ultralisks. 6 armor. These Marines are only going to be doing 3 damage per shot. Oh my gosh, that is not that much at all. Fortunately, the Marines are fully upgraded and the siege tanks are fully upgraded, so these siege tanks will be excellent against these Banelings and Ultralisks. Oh, now, finally, what is our income sitting at? The Zerg player's finally getting an income again. Oh my gosh, but the Terran player's catching ahead using the power of mules, and he's also got a fusion core. The fusion core is not doing anything. What do we got coming? Tons of worker transfers. Workers transferring from the north down to the south, from the south up to the north, over to the east. They're mining from a base that doesn't actually have a hatchery yet. And oh, look at that. Placing his army in a nice open area so that the Terran can get a full scan of everything he has. Drones, what? Drones long distance mining. Okay, now they're good. And this massive army of Ultralisks and Banelings is going to be shooed away by a few Hellions. These Hellions are so scary. Oh, and now the Ultralisks realize that they can crush Hellions. No problem at all, but the Hellions are just trying to bait them into the siege tanks, and that's why they're on hold position. Hellions, knowing that the Ultralisks are useless against their power, are just going to blue flame them to death. They're only going to be doing 5 damage per shot. Massive amounts of damage. Scanning. Wow, Spiffy scanning everywhere that there is an army. Where there are banelings, he will scan. Oh, now this base is nearly fully saturated. Nothing in production. Both players getting ready to go in and do a massive amounts of damage. Terran player actually has a much larger army because both of these were destroyed, and the Zerg just did not have the ability to reproduce his army. He actually has very little money at this point, and he's just letting the Terran move forward and siege up. He's going to get himself locked into a corner. He's going to try to move these Ultralisks in from the back to do some damage, but the Terran's looking so formidable right now. Moving forward to siege up, and these Sea Shakes are going to be doing so much damage to these Ultralisks. Oh my gosh, 4 or 5 dead. There's only 3, 4 remaining. The Banelings moving forward and doing massive damage to the tanks, but the tanks killed all the Ultralisks. That's all they were there for in the first place. And good game. ArDidi has left the game. Wow. I would have to say, viewing this game, that was quite epic. And what really won it for Spiffy here at the end was, oh no. Turn on. Oh, it's because Diddy left the game. That's why. Wow, 37-minute game. Here, I'm going to go turn it back so we can see full vision. Here we go. It's because ArDidi lost both of these. Didn't have an income, and it allowed Spiffy to get this 25 supply lead on him. Although, actually, looking at the unit counting station, he actually had... Spiffy had a very large army since he only had 38 SCVs. We're sitting at army supply 159 versus 104. Just moving in and getting that death push. So there you go, guys. That was definitely an enjoyable game for me. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you liked it as much as I did. And I will see you guys next time.